What's going on, everybody? This is an LG dryer, and I want to show you what the evil engineers at LG have done. Essentially, what's wrong with this dryer is it won't turn off. It will dry clothes, it will go through its cycle, but at the end of the cycle, the machine powers off and the motor keeps running. The drum keeps tumbling. And the reason for that is the motor relay has failed. It either sticks on or it's just something else has failed inside of it. I'm not sure if it's a normally on or normally closed. I don't know what method they've used. But essentially, this board has been potted. As you can see here, I kind of drilled into this a little bit. And the reason they do this is so I can't get inside here and fix this component. That is intentional, 100% intentional by the manufacturer to stop a guy like me from going in here and simply changing out this $8 relay. This board can cost as much as $300 from what I've seen. This particular one, hopefully I'm going to get for about 130 to 150 bucks. But they have intentionally potted this thing solely to keep me out of it. And I got half a mind to take this board off, because this piece comes off the back of this here. There's two boards sandwiched together with these little clips right here. So even though it looks like one component, when you take it out, it comes apart. But I got half a mind to try and dig in here and take this relay out. I'm not going to do that until I can be sure I can find this specific relay, though. If I can't find this relay by itself, I'm not going to try. But if I find this relay before I turn this board in, I'm going to do my best to fix it myself, even though they potted it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the board off of this platform here, flip it over, and I'm going to try and etch my way into the back side of this thing. I'm not going to try taking the whole circuit board out. I'm not going to get any removal compound or anything like that. But if you've ever seen this stuff, that's one of the reasons they do that. Now, they may give you a different reason. They may say it's for anti-vibration and all this stuff. And I don't buy it. I think that the sole reason they've done this is to keep me out of their circuit board. I mean, the amount of time you'd have to wait for this stuff to set up, most likely, I don't know how long that would take, but that's got to make manufacturing a pain in the neck. So there's no reason they wouldn't just want to bolt this thing in here like this. It is nothing more than for the purpose of keeping you out. It's called planned obsolescence, and what they can do is actually calibrate the lifespan of one of these components based on statistical analysis to the exact point when your warranty goes out. They want to get money out of you somehow. If you're not buying a new dryer, you're at least going to buy an entire new circuit board, because they ain't letting you get away with buying just a solenoid. So just wanted to share that with you guys. If your dryer won't turn off, that's all it is. And that can be confirmed by simply unplugging this relay. This goes to your motor. So I'm going to try and track down this part and see if I can defeat or countermeasure their planned obsolescence. I'll let you know how it goes. By the way, if your dryer has failed and it is acting up in any way, if it's doing anything wrong at all you got to do is just change this circuit board out. Don't call a serviceman and have them do it. You're going to get taxed out your eyeballs. All you got to do is just detach this thing. You can take the whole thing out, detach these clips with a butter knife or something. You don't even need tools. And this piece will come off, and you can replace it with something you buy off of. It's all over the internet, where you can even buy these on Amazon. So don't call a service tech. Here is the identification for your board. It's not going to be, there's another insignia somewhere here. And this right here is where you'll find your model number. You open the door, and it's usually on a little sticker right inside the dryer door somewhere. You can see right there, model number. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure this number right here is the number that you're going to want if you go to replace this. So even if you're just a single mom, you can do this. You don't have to call a serviceman. If you have an LG dryer and it's doing anything weird at all, It's all stems from this board right here. For the most part, not every time, but most of the symptoms you'll get require the replacement of this board, because there's other solenoids. For instance, this solenoid here is the heating element. So if your dryer does everything but heat, there's a chance that this is just burnt up. You know, or maybe you overloaded the dryer one day and you blew a fuse in the motor. There's a fuse in here for the motor too. So there you go. I'm shutting up. That's my 2 cents. 99% of the time, it's this circuit board right here. And if you're a single mom, you can do this. So do not call the serviceman if you're having problems. They're going to tax you out your eyeballs. They're going to tell you all kinds of amazing things, when really it's just one little piece on this circuit board. So it's easy to change this whole thing. Costs about 130 to 150 bucks, I think. The 2 sources I have found, that's the cost. So do not call a serviceman. You can do this yourself with a Phillips screwdriver and a butter knife. Now, we won't get it today, but in the description I'll leave a link for a video of me actually taking the circuit board apart and showing you how easy it is to switch over all the connections. There's nothing to it. Also, if your dryer is suffering from this specific symptom, that it will not turn off, but yet it does everything else okay, all you need to do is leave your dryer door open to keep it off, and then just to keep that light from running all night or whatever, just go to your circuit breaker and your fuse box and turn off the breaker to the dryer. We will be using this unit to dry until the part arrives, so you don't have to be dead in the water just because it's doing this strange thing. If most of the time it will still run through its cycles, it just won't shut off when it's done. So just leaving the door open, or just simply flipping the switch on the breaker when you're done, will hold you over till the part arrives. Or indefinitely, if you want to be hassled and you just ain't got the $133, just turn it off on the circuit breaker. This is how evil they actually are. I think I'm going to go into the pot and replace this. Dang light. That's the part that I need. That's the exact part, and it costs $1.15. Okay, so I found the part on eBay. This is the exact part for $2.99. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this bad boy, and I'm gonna access the rear of the panel. I'm not gonna try and depot that whole thing. We're just gonna get a Dremel tool out, and if we destroy the board, we gotta buy a new one anyway. So it's worth a shot, you know? So we're doing this. There will be an update to this video in the description. I'm going to try and solve this problem for $3 and then show everyone on the internet how to do it, because it is highly unethical for manufacturers to do what they've done with these boards. Potting the board simply to keep me from fixing it for $1. So we're going to do this. If it doesn't work, I got to buy the board anyway, and I'll still be able to show you guys how to pop that board off, because it looks like one piece, but it's not. It's actually 2 modules clicked get together. So there will be a link in the description in about a week from the date of this video's initial upload. So that's where we're going to go from here.